Oh my goodness. Hey nerds, look. It's all the legendary heroes right in the no. Hope you guys are having a good day. In case you can't tell, today's video will be about legendary heroes because, well, we have a few days before we get a banner trailer. And there's going to be a lot of units in there, there's going to be a lot of exciting stuff, and more importantly, we don't know who the legendary hero is, but we do have some ideas of where it's going to go. So you ready to join me in this adventure? Alrighty, let's get ready for this big-ass adventure with a chart. Yep, that's right, it's a chart, guys. You have to read it, okay? So, as you can see, right here, there is one element that's kind of missing it, and of course that is the fire element. Yeah, right now, only one hero exists within the fire spectrum. That, of course, is Ephraim, and everyone else happens to have two, so most likely we're going to be getting a fire character, and based on release, maybe Rez? The last one to have Rez was Gunthra, of course, so, I mean, I could be wrong, maybe we'll just get a fire attack or something like that. It's most likely going to be fire-based, but when it comes to characters, let's talk about what we know is coming from this banner, okay? So that's why I have these legendary heroes. Ignore Valentine's Roy for right now, okay? As you can see, that's my Ephraim, who I haven't leveled up, but these are most likely your legendary heroes, the first three. In blue is most likely going to be Ephraim. In red is Ike, and then of course in colorless is Grima. Those are your three characters that are going to be returning when it comes to legendary heroes. So, by process of elimination, you can kind of guess what the next color is going to be. It's green, in case you couldn't tell. Yeah, most likely we're going to have a green unit again, which is kind of weird considering the fact that, well, we already have a green tome unit, we already have a green bow unit, so are we going to get an axe unit, or are they going to change their patterns completely? Most likely, it's going to be a green axe unit, but, maybe it's Hector and he's just bulked out again. Speaking of Hector, we'll have to talk about that in a second, but, yeah, green is most likely your next pick, and I'm drawing a blank when it comes to that. Maybe we'll finally have Linus and he just takes his shirt off completely. I'm kidding, but still. Let's talk about units that are going to be in the banner, just based on perspective, and we'll talk about the last unit in this pool right there. But, yeah, red's going to be pretty high competition right now, so we're going to have Tharja. That's a definite, because we still have Christmas units to go through. And I'm going to guess that Tharja is going to be available. So, yeah, Tharja, very strong unit, very powerful unit. Has all of what you see here basically built into her kit. Red Tome, Valor, Vengeful Fighter, Close Counter. Extremely useful for any sort of tanky mage like this. As for the next thing, well, green's also going to be populated by Winter Lissa, most likely. So, there are your options. This is not my leveled up Lissa. Dang it. I have a bold fighter just in case I wanna, But anyways, yeah, Christmas Lissa, incredibly strong, has bold fighter. I mean, what else is there to really talk about? And then, most likely we're gonna also get Holiday Traveler Camilla or New Year's Camilla, because last time, well, at least last month, we had all of the New Year's units except her. So, yeah, so there you go. Your reds are gonna be filled with Tharjas and Camillas and Ikes. So if you are looking for any sort of really powerful unit, I'm sure red will really do you pretty well. Now, when it comes to colorless, everyone's like, where's Mist? Mist should be in there. I can safely say I really hope they skip Mist. I really hope they don't bring Mist into any sort of legendary pool. But just so we're clear, yes, they have been going through colorless, and when they go through and pull up units, they usually aim for 5-star units that have not been featured too much. But they have been repeating them a little bit. Sigurd repeated last month, and when he first showed up with Gunthra. So I don't know if they're actually ever going to really touch Mist. Maybe she'll show up, maybe she won't. I'm not too certain. But I'm sure there's going to be a collective groan if Mist is in there with any sort of valuable colorless unit that is not a healer. So, yeah. And that's what I'm trying to, that's at least what I'm trying to kind of hint at and nudge at, because technically we haven't, we've gone through all of our New Year's units with this whole pull, and we've also gone through all of our Christmas units if they continued on with this trek. So now we're going to talk about units that may be in the banner that I'm kind of expecting. Some are, holiday based, others are not, of course, but Most likely, we're going to probably get a character like Mer. Mer is probably going to show up in some form or fashion. She has not shown up since the banner that introduced her, so I'm expecting Mer to at least be there. And if it's not Mer, it may very well be Fallen Grima, or Minerva, or some other character that I really just can't think of when it comes to a green pull. Next up, of course, when it comes to blues are going to be a little bit more odd of an option. Because, well, I'm expecting either Nephany or Tana to be in there, and if we really want to go completely crazy, we could dive into, of course, the elephant in the room, the Valentine's Day banner, because we do have units that are, of course, pretty valuable there. We have, Valentine's Roy, Valentine's Lyn. These are all pretty interesting options that could technically show up in the future with this banner. I mean, they've kind of gone through everything else when you look at it, and usually they bring along 4 or so seasonal units with every legendary banner, and we're only at 3 right now. So, Valentine's, maybe? But yeah, that is basically the assumption of what we have. Green, most likely, when it comes down to this. Green fire-based. These are most likely your units that are going to come minus Mist, of course. I just included her there because everyone keeps going, where's Mist? But most likely Mist will not be there, but the 3 on the side there, most definitely. Most definitely going to be there when it comes to seasonal units. And then, of course, these are my units that I'm expecting for it. As for colorless, I have no goddamn clue. That one is always such a train wreck to try and guess. But there's a lot of options out there. But more importantly, what characters do you think are going to show up? And who are you hoping will be your possible Green X legendary hero? Huh. It's going to be really crowded in there. I would love to hear it in the comments below, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye! I don't remember where my home is.